What is up, YouTube? My Cowboys family here, bringing you guys the latest update on our very own Dallas Cowboys. And of course, as always, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Take a second to hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us anywhere and everywhere at My Cowboys Family. Of course, joining us here for the familiest of Fridays. And of course, a big representative Friday stream here. So, of course, an extra special thank you to everybody here chilling, hanging, relaxing with us. But of course, there's some people we have to extra special shout out on this week of representation.
Yes. And again, a big game, huge game against the Niners. We're going to talk about some keys to victory here, and I truly believe there are some real keys, some real chances for us to take this victory against the Niners. A big benchmark game this could be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. So let's benchmark this off with some great family members here, like the sponsor of the week right there, running full-time on the board, the man from Hawaii, Mark Hovsepian. Much love to you.
A big mahalo. And, of course, he's not just the sponsor of the week. He's bossing that stream around O-line style with 69 points.
Yeah. Snug X, you know why he's here.
Yes, you do. The Cash App King representing there.
8 weeks in a row. Is he going for 9? Well, right now the leader is the Lunatic. We're going to talk about the Lunatic in a minute. But Snug X, maybe has still a real good chance to take over that spot and go for that 9 on it. We'll see if it happens. 9 times. We'll see what happens. 2 months of domination from Snug X, but the Lunatic's trying to come for that. If you look at the gifting winner last week, Jason Renfro, much love to him. And, he had dropped 6 gifted memberships. This week we have 2 people in a tie for first place, Skeptical Fan and the Lunatic. By the way, Skeptical Fan is the leader on the overall board. So we got a lot of people representing here. For some from last week in full effect, some this week in full effect. Either way, appreciate everybody here hanging with us. And as you can see, we talk about the different levels of membership: navy, blue, silver, star over everything. And those are the 4 levels we have right now. There's gifting memberships, thanks buttons, super chats, other ways to help out the channel, baby. What are the other 4 ways in the Cash App side?
Of course, you have the Cash App, money sign My Cowboys Family, the Venmo at My-Cowboys-Family, the regular PayPal link, and last but not least, the Streamlabs link lets your comments show up on screen just like a super chat.
Yes. And speaking of memberships, much love to that star and over everything level. But tonight, it's on a Fan Friday. It's that silver level too. So much love to everybody in those 3 levels. It's a Friday Fan Friday shout out tonight. So appreciate you guys like A. Lavelle, Skeptical Fan, Jason Renfro, Dwayne Broussard, Lincoln Kane, Mary Alvarez, Andy Post, Marissa Sparkle, De Lunatic, and in the over everything level, Mr. Snug X. Appreciate everybody here, always repping it with us. Can't not do this without your love and support. Speaking about all the different levels, there's also that star level raffle. It's coming up next week. And if you're in over everything or the star level, sewn and stitched jerseys, you have a chance to win one of these. The Mosh Man, Cowboy Mosh, much love to him, and different styles, all kinds of different players.
Yeah, you've seen us actually rep our very own.
Tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Sunday for the game. You'll be repping.
Technically is tomorrow for us now.
It is here on the East Coast. It is. I know it's actually a little late one, a late Friday night live stream. But yeah, star level members, there you go. You got and the over everything level members. You guys get a chance to do this once a month. Last month it was Jason Renfro got a jersey. By the way, that should be shipping out soon. So get ready for that, Jason.
That's right.
And there's one more big kind of announcement. Outside of the sponsor of the week, we're going to have a raffle at the end of the month. 4 different winners for 4 different weeks. Well, we'll see. Whoever wins every week will get their name in a raffle to win one of the MCF merch items of your choice. But that's one of the extra little bonus perks there on that side. We have at the bottom right the Lunatic Special Week 5 double jersey raffle.
That's right.
Put it on the big screen.
Huge shout out. Thank you so much to the man, the Lunatic, for sponsoring this. And guys, we have 2 awesome, authentic, stitched in jerseys for you to choose the player, the style, the size from. As long as we have it available, bam, it's yours. How do you enter? You drop $10, well, bam, you're entered. Of course, if you're in the membership, you do have an extra special perk because you do get an additional bonus entry if you're in the membership.
Yep. So appreciate everybody that's in there right now. Much love to the Lunatic for making this happen. We have 2 lucky winners, about halftime of this game on Sunday night. So stay tuned for that. Also, an extra big shout out actually for not just the Lunatic, for Amazing Games, who's in the Navy Blue crew. He jumped into that throughout sometime earlier today. So much love, the amazing games. Appreciate you. Back in the
Shout
Navy
out
Blue
to
crew.
you.
Yeah. So, and let's also give a shout out to those people in the house right now tonight, repping that star over everything as we get ready and buckle up for this battle against the 49ers on Sunday night. Who's in the house, baby?
Shout out to Scorpio. What's up? Much love. Eric Black. Hello and hi. Tammy Soltis representing. Glad to see you're feeling better.
Yes.
We have Asmodeus in the house. What's up? Cactus G in the place to be. Much love to you as well. Raul. Hello and hi. Asmodeus representing. Cactus G. I think I shouted out already. But just in case you get double shoutouts, right? Stone Immaculate 2. What's up? We have... Just trying to go back. Make sure I miss anybody. Big Boss Man in the house. Asmodeus, much love to you. Thomas Garrett, the Superior. Garrett. Ooh, we gotta stop.
Skeptical Fan gifting a membership to one of the OGs here. I'm talking about OGs in our first live stream. I'll never forget it. Eric Black, much love in the house, repping that star over everything. Congrats to him, and big shout outs to Skeptical Fan, who just broke the tie on the gifting board.
Woo!
And he's still in first place on the overall board. The man, Skeptical Fan, always staying skeptical.
And I guess that's one way you can definitely do a takeover. So, again, huge shout out to you. I appreciate you. Let me see. Scorpio said we should be mad enough for a 40 burger, but we should get 31-10.
Again, that's a tough-ass defense over at 31 points, a lot. I'm going to be honest. But we're going to talk about it tonight, some keys to victory.
Chris Plumage, how many entries so far?
Oh, I have to go check, but it's like a 12 or 13 or something like this. Right now, you got a 2 out of like 13 chance to win as of now. So a lot of people got a good chance to win one of these
remember,
two
guys,
jerseys.
It's two
separate
separate winners. So, once you win one, you're not eligible for the other.
Yeah, but, win one, that's pretty fantastic. It could be any team out there, too. It could be any sport. Cowboy Mosh got you covered. So, much love there. And Skeptical Fan, by the way, gifting-wise, all by himself in first place. He got 6 on it. The Lunatic has 5 on it.
Now, real quick, I'm going to read this comment by Eric Black saying, to be honest, I've been feeling like this for about 2 weeks. I think we're going to shock the world, to pitch a shutout in the most physical game to be played all year. The return of Dono will be the talk of this game.
We're talking about Donovan Wilson. I mean, he did come back last week, Donovan Wilson. Wasn't as
I think by return
impactful,
of him, I think he means like seeing him the way that we maybe wanted or
the
expected.
The way we
type
expected
of
him to be used.
explosiveness and dynamicness. We could say that we missed that guy a little bit.
For sure. He's building back up, so I can feel that right there. We could see Donovan Wilson get, maybe a full game of snaps and really maybe show him where he's at health-wise as well. Because he did I think he was back for 2 weeks, but he's been, working back in slowly.
So, let me see. Kelly Lincoln said, everyone talking about the defensive matchup, rightfully so, but I think Dallas's offense comes out hot. So let's go. Much love, Kelly Lincoln.
All these things, yes, much love, Kelly. All these things very possible. So let's get into this. Let's talk about things so we can get to the breakdown of how we're going to win this game against the Niners. Again, guys, by the way, tomorrow, you got to stop in here. The plan is to have a little party kind of stream because this is a big game against the Niners, the night game, so we can actually do it up a little bit crazier than we usually do on a Saturday night. Although last week we had some fun, and it was way too close when it came to getting ready for the game the next day. But hey, we'll have enough buffer time this time around, so we will have some fun as well. It's a one-time stream, and it's going to be probably shorter, but stop in and check it out, guys. Now also, let's talk some NFL news here. Patrick Mahomes has right now, guys, played and defeated every team in the NFL except for the Minnesota Vikings. They play on Sunday. If him and his Chiefs defeat the Vikings, he would be the youngest quarterback to ever beat every team in the NFL. So again,
good for him.
The youngest ever. So we'll see what happens there. Dolphins are placing left tackle Terron Armstead on the injured reserve. At least 4 weeks he's out because of a knee injury he suffered in the loss of the Bills on Sunday. The Bears made a trade for wide receiver Chase Claypool. He was not very happy there with the Bears. Said they weren't using him to his best abilities. Wasn't really doing much for the last 2 years. The Dolphins said, let's give him a try. And the Dolphins traded for him from the Bears to the Dolphins. It's going to be a 2025 6th round pick from Miami for Chase Claypool and a 2025 7th-round pick from Chicago. That's the switch there. As far as the Rams are concerned, they play the Eagles. And, we are watching the Rams in a couple of weeks. We'll be there live for that game in Dallas. The Rams head coach Sean McVay said Cooper Kupp will play on Sunday for the Rams against the Eagles. Hey, come on, Cooper, do your thing against those Philadelphia Eagles. The Rams are being cautious. They're keeping him on a pitch count at practice, at least.
All right, that makes sense.
And he's good,
even in the game.
And he was making some plays out there in practice, extending for the football, making a one-handed catch. So he feels like he's ready. They're going to definitely use him, and he's going to play and start this. Well, not start, but play this week. And on the Eagles side,
play and contribute, I think, is a better way of putting it.
Yeah, on the Eagles side in this game, the Eagles today ruled out Fletcher Cox with a back issue for the game against the Rams. The reason why this is important is because it's going to be the first game he's missed to injury since 2017. So Fletcher Cox, older and everything.
To stay healthy a really long time.
And he's older as well, and he's, this is his first missed by injury since 2017. Now, we look at a couple guys out there, and we know what was the big release yesterday when it came to players. Randy Gregory released, or at least that was the word, right? He was supposedly going to be released.
Yeah.
And that was the assumption. McCarthy today was asked on 105 through the Fan. Let me put McCarthy up there, I guess. Well, I don't have to even bother. McCarthy spoke on 105 through the Fan and was asked about the former Cowboy defensive edge rusher being available. McCarthy said, I haven't been part of any of those discussions. Obviously, I thought Randy had a fine season in his last year here, but I don't have any information or anything to report on that front. So again, Mike McCarthy kind of just saying, I'm not involved in that side of things. Stephen Jones was asked about this today and the possibility of Randy Gregory, who was just traded. Again, I'll talk about the trade, what happened there, because it is relevant, but was supposed to be cut. And Stephen Jones said, quote, who knows as far as picking him up? Nothing ever surprises you when it comes to the NFL. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to suit up. And we'll explain that in the sense of, not just this week, but it's for the team he's with right now. Also, Stephen Jones was asked about, the phones, have they been ringing at the Star with trade possibilities? Stephen Jones said, quote, we feel good about where we are, but we always entertain any way we think would be a positive move for our roster. Player acquisition is a 365-day-a-year job to make our football team better. If it makes sense, we'll certainly look at it. Well, again, so the possibility of trading him, a lot of different possibilities. Well, we know what happened to Randy Gregory. If you guys haven't, well, here it is. The Broncos traded instead of cut. They did not cut Randy Gregory. He was traded to the San Francisco 49ers, the literal team we're about to play here in a couple of days. Randy Gregory was sent from the Broncos and the Broncos 2024 7th-round pick to the Niners for a 2024 6th-round pick. That's all it took. So they just flip-flopped 6th and 7th rounders. And
honestly,
that's
Gregory in the mix. A pretty good deal overall.
Well, again,
at least from the Cowboys side of things.
No, he was going to be released. It was going to be a free agent kind of battle for him. So they got something for him. They were going to release him anyways. Again, Denver Broncos were never formally released Gregory. Now a fresh start with a competitor in San Francisco. Now, here's the deal. I just want to make sure you understand. The Broncos were going to release him. They signed Gregory 2 years ago to a 5-year, $70 million deal. But they were unable to find a trade partner until the last minute. And they, right before they formally were going to cut the 30-year-old edge rusher Randy Gregory, that's when the trade came through at the last second with the Niners. Randy Gregory also, he played in 10 games for the Broncos under his current contract, which is a big one, and he's going to secure $27 million from this contract. That included 2 years of full guaranteed money. I think it's $14 million guaranteed this year. And the Broncos are going to be paying footing that bill. The Niners are going to get a cheap Randy Gregory here. You guys feel me here as far as their cap hit? So Gregory, again, we'll find out the numbers, I'm sure, about that later. What's the cap hit and stuff like this. But Gregory will not play in this Cowboy-Niner game. Keep that in mind, guys. I know some people are asking. Randy Gregory, we're going to see him against us. How much did he help them? I don't think he helped them too much.
Making a joke. Randy don't remember anything that'll help them.
That's what I was going to say. First of all, different coach, basically, in a way. I know we had Quinn with him 1 year, but things have been altered. And, things have been altered. Things have been, adjusted. The whole year last year, he was not with us. And now this year, of course, even more of a break when it comes from the year that he was here with us. I'm not worried about him giving him any information, but it's more about the fact that, will he get a chance to get in the game and maybe use some of that ability, right, that we've seen in Dallas with him? The answer is no. It's 100%. 100% not playing. Randy Gregory will not play this. Now, he has passed his physical in San Francisco. They're in Santa Clara, California. And then is flying back to Denver to finalize the move and be back in the Bay Area by Monday. So that's why he's not going to be rushed into this game, is the point. So in order to make room for him on the roster, Randy Gregory, of course, on the Niners roster, they released a former Cowboy as well. 2 former Cowboys. And, involved in this little kind of move here. And the Niners released defensive lineman Kerry Hyder Jr., who was with us a couple of years ago. So, again, that's the whole situation with Randy Gregory. I don't know if you or the chat have anything to talk about that, but I just wanted to say one thing. The NFL, this game this week against the Niners, with the NFL, again, they love the drama. They have the Taylor Swift thing going off the rails. They love the drama of like Randy Gregory, former Cowboy, going to the Niners and that stuff. And there's other subplots going on. And I mean, we'll talk a little more about Trey Lance in a little bit. But Trey Lance, already been talked about. He spoke, and he said, we'll hear from him a little later, helping the Cowboys prepare for the Niners by getting with the coaching staff and the personnel grouping and even the analytics crew and giving his, kind of personnel and system knowledge from his time in San Francisco. So that is another subplot in this game. Is a lot of things. The revenge of the 2 playoff losses from the Cowboys getting bounced by them. I think so many things in this matchup against the Niners. That is just, the NFL's loving it right now, right? So give me more a little bit about the Gregory situation, baby, from your thought perspective, and the family.
At least for me personally, I am okay with not even taking a second look at Randy Gregory. I don't really think that that's the position that we need help at, just in a general sense, right? Like, if he was a linebacker, I would probably be a lot more interested, right? Heck, maybe even a corner. But D-line, not to say that I would be necessarily opposed to it. It's just not what I would do and not what I would want the Cowboys to do and not something I'm wanting the Cowboys to go out there and actively do or pursue. And, of course, that got settled for us, now that he's with the 49ers.
That's another thing. I guess we could have picked them up on our practice squad.
No, but it does sound like obviously they were open to trade. Just
well, I don't
not
know
with
about
us.
I think they're open to, to pick them up if on the practice squad, and I'm saying a big maybe on that one.
I mean, they as in Denver.
Cowboys. Oh, I was saying the Cowboys.
No, like as in they were open to trading him.
Oh yeah, no, we know that.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like
they were going to release him. Is the point?
I know that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it wouldn't have happened if they weren't open to that. Yeah. And even if he was, obviously if he would have ended up released, he probably would have still ended up. Actually, at that point, it would have been more Gregory's choice. It would have been
waiver claims first.
True.
And he would have probably been picked up. But the Niners would have picked him up, right? If nobody did.
True, but I don't know if that means that. Well, I guess it would. So anyway, let me go ahead and hit up the chat real quick. So as Smody said, it's water under the bridge now.
Exactly.
Anyway.
We got enough pass rushers. You can never have enough, but we have enough, not worth a sixth rounder.
Oh, cool. Throwing out there, this move by the Niners, hiring Gregory, shows desperation to keep up in the arms race.
Yeah, I think they're desperate just to keep like 5 or 6 pass rushers, That's where we're at right now. We got like 5 solid pass rushers. They wanted to have their 4th or 5th solid pass rusher. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of people don't know if he's that solid anymore for Randy Gregory. I'm just being honest. He's definitely lost a little bit of something.
I mean, there's definitely a reason why they chose to move on.
Yep, yeah, exactly. Oh, whoa. Scared the hell out of me. Mr. Jason Renfro gifting a membership here to Mr. Ice Tippler. Congrats to Ice Tippler. I was going to say, what did they say? But we know they say Go Cowboys. And
Ice Tipper said thank you, I'm sure. Jason Renfro gifted that membership with a classic Go Cowboys thank you.
And he is moving up the board there as well on that side of things. I think he might even move up the board now. I'll double check that. But much love to Jason Renfro. Big shout outs. And again, he's moving up on the board here. Multiple different places.
Yeah. So, Eric Black throwing out there, we need another huge body on the inside with Hankins and Mozzie, or even a veteran linebacker with a heart of malice and a head of steam.
We definitely would be nice to kind of add to that, but I think we're going to have to get the most out of that defensive tackle spot from the front office. The guy, the other guy is like Neville Gallimore. That's our other guy right now.
So, let me see here. Stephen White said, Randy's good. He just can't keep his head.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him make some dumb mistakes as well when he gets a little too excited.
I know. And he is somewhat easily excitable. So let's call it that, right? No, I think we already read that one. Let me see. Tammy Soti said maybe him being on the 49ers will jinx them.
Maybe so. That's true. I mean, hey, I don't believe in jinxes, but it could, listen, he brings a little bad juju with him. Listen, I also have said this yesterday, and I heard it before, that he is known for being a very good teammate in the locker room. So, I mean, good for him. Good luck with the Niners over there. But I don't know, honestly, even when he's ready to go, how much playtime will he get? That's a question still up in the air. They gotta wait and see.
And let's say that we had lived in an alternate universe where somehow he was active and like part of everything. Like if he got one snap, I think that'd almost be too generous, right?
When for
Gregory, like if he somehow had been
active for this game?
Active and allowed to play. I'm just saying, like, let's say that somehow. If
he had been active, he would have to play some snaps. But,
like I said, probably like one singular snap.
They knew that, well, that's why they said, he's not going to play one or two snaps. It would just wait for him for next week, So, there you go. Now, should I get back? I fixed the board. Everything is good. Jason, you're still in, I think he's in 4th place right now. Much love to everybody in the house. Hit the like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and just so you know, $10 combined, you guys are in this raffle. Keep that in mind once you cross that threshold. So I wanted to say about this Niner game, Emmitt Smith, Terrell Owens, Charles Haley, Carrie Underwood, Kate Bosworth, and several others in the newest commercial for Sunday Night Football for this upcoming game, Cowboys and Niners. So you'll probably see that floating around the next day or two for advertising this game coming up against the Niners. Now, Brandon Cooks, I just want to mention him real quick. He grew up in Stockton, California. He's going to have 28 family members and friends at the Sunday night game against the Niners. He said, quote, probably the most I've got for one game in my entire 10-year career. He said he normally gets tickets for his wife, 2 boys, and a mom. And his mom. But saying he gets enough for like 5 or 6 a game is what he gets at most usually. He's getting 28 for this Cowboy game in San Francisco from family members and friends. McCarthy said that DaRon Bland is going to be a defensive captain in this return to his. Again, he's also coming home Northern California on Sunday night. That's where we talked about him the other day. He spent a lot of time there, DaRon Bland. So he grew up there. So McCarthy announced that DaRon Bland is going to be the defensive captain. So we already kind of know a little peek. Again, with his 2 picks last week, more than deserved, right? So
agreed.
DeMarcus Lawrence, according to Mike McCarthy, said this about DeMarcus Lawrence, quote, DeMarcus Lawrence, D-Law, off to his best year since I've been the head coach, and clearly he's had his best training camp. So Mike McCarthy, big shout-outs there for DeMarcus Lawrence as far as the morning quotes, afternoon quotes from McCarthy. But then we get into Mike McCarthy and a little more detail about what really matters right now, the most. All right, not just the little leaders and great little blurbs. We'll talk about what's the deal with our offensive line. Am I going to see all 5 guys for the first time since 2021, which we discussed yesterday in great detail? Much love to Calvin Richard dropping that 5 on it. Ooh. He hit that 5 on it. Appreciate you, Calvin. And
thank you so much, Calvin. You know what Calvin had to say?
Well, I know he's in the raffle now officially. What else did he say?
If the Cowboys hadn't had the collapse in Arizona, nobody would be doubting them.
Oh, I 100% agree. 1,000% agree.
I like 80% agree. In the sense that
they would doubt us more than they doubted them.
I was going to say, overall, obviously, that put way more doubts into pretty much everyone's heads. I think a lot of people saw that as, the Cowboys are proving exactly who they are, blah, blah, blah. I think that's definitely a good chunk of that. But realistically speaking, going up against the 49ers, us being the Cowboys, I feel like, at least especially how successful the teams have been or not been in the last 5, 10, 15 years,
that would put a big cast of doubt on us.
There's a reason that people doubt us, even if everything goes well and everything goes perfect. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, not trying to take anything away from that, just saying that, I can see how you got to that point, right? And it's not 100% I agree with. Like I said, there's a little bit more to it in my mind. So, but by the way, I do have to shout out John Montgomery as well.
Hey, John in the
house. He dropped a $2 holler saying, "Ooh. What's up, guys? I'm ready to embarrass a 49er."
Let's do it, man. If you're in the membership, you know what to do as well, guys. Drop those emojis. They're watching. They're always watching. Much love with the J-Lu 2 by JM, John Montgomery. And I'm moving the board around as we speak. I'm just going to shout everybody out here. Skeptical Fan in first place. The Lunatic in second. Mary Alvarez in third. Marco Sepian in fourth. Jason Renfro in fifth. You got Andy Potch in sixth. Kevin Richards seventh. Calvin Richard in eighth. Indian Boogie in ninth. Roy Strasner tied in 10th with Justin D. Amazing games. 13th, John Montgomery. 14th, Brandon James. 15th, Trent M. On the gifting leaderboard, Skeptical Fan with 6. The Lunatic with 5. Jason Renfro with 3. Indian Boogie with 2. And Justin D with 1. The place to be. Appreciate everybody here in the runs. For the top spot, we got a couple drops there. I think Skeptical Fan, Jason Renfro in the Cash App. But the leader is the Lunatic. Hell yeah. And that raffle is still in full effect, baby. As we take a little commercial break, don't forget, Sunday night, halftime. There'll be 2 very happy family members here on MCF.
Right, it's going down.
Yeah. 2 jerseys raffled off, sewn and stitched. You know the deal. Authentic like the whole 9 yards. Cowboy mosh. If you want them before great quality. And to get in, again, a lot of different choices to choose from, a lot of different styles to choose from. You got to drop the 10 total. If you drop 10 in their total, no matter what it is, memberships, gifting it, Cash App, whatever. You get up to 10 before Saturday, you are in this raffle. So, again, we'll have a special Saturday kind of finale. You guys can get a chance to drop your last chances to get in this raffle. And once you're in the raffle, if you are in the membership navy blue level, silver level, star level, or the over everything level, automatically get another bonus raffle entry. And you double your chances to win. One of the 2 jerseys in this raffle, going down at about halftime.
I do also want to clarify, because I know most of our usual raffles are usually like stacking, right? So it's like every $10. No, guys. This is it. Just you get to $10 and you have an entry.
Yeah. So that's it. Then that's the way we roll. Much love to everybody who's entered this thing. The Lunatic, appreciate you for getting this thing rolling and getting it through us here. And always, let's beat those Niners. Fuck the Niners, the 40-winers, and go Cowboys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now, baby, as I continue this, well, actually you will, because Mike McCarthy actually then took the podium. Again, this is partially what he said about Deron Bland being the captain and DeMarcus Lawrence playing fantastic right now. Best training camp he's had since McCarthy's been here. Best, start of the season, I guess you could say, dominating out there for our defense, DeMarcus Lawrence. But what about the other side of the trenches, our offensive line? And McCarthy, basically, guys, saying that our guys yesterday we knew they were on track to have all 5 healthy offensive linemen in there since January 2021 when we lost at home to the Niners in the wild card round. McCarthy expressed optimism on Friday, and he said this in his weekly appearance on the radio show that he usually does on Friday mornings on Shen and RJ. And he said, again, he feels like we'll have, probably, knock on wood, all 5 starters together at long last. What do they say? What did McCarthy say specifically about all our guys on our offensive line?
He said, obviously hopeful. Tyron, his first time, he'd gone a couple weeks in padded work, so we'll see how he comes in today. But yeah, it looks like we're back on track for that. So that would definitely be the plan. So, and again, now that he's kind of found himself a little more settled.
Well, I think we're talking about Tyler Smith too now, right?
Yeah.
Because now Tyler Smith, we talk about Tyler Smith, now settled at left guard.
I admit that was my mistake.
The first
I got Tyron's and Tyler's mixed up.
First time Tyron and Tyler will be on the same left side together. They've been on. Tyron's been on the right side while Tyler's been on the left side, and now they're both left side now. Left guard, Tyler Smith, left tackle, Tyron Smith. So, baby, when it comes to Tyler Smith, what did McCarthy say about him in this game?
I don't know if the young man could have done any more than we asked for him his rookie season. And I definitely agree with you on the second-year jump. He's very comfortable now. He's been able to play one position and get the footwork. He missed a couple weeks with the hamstring, but yeah, Tyler's off to a great start of the season. Very impressed with him.
Very good words there by McCarthy. And again, our offensive line, shaping up tricky. Well, got 255 in the house. 255 drop from Mr. Jason Renfro.
Thank you, Jason.
Appreciate him. He's still creeping up the board here, slowly but surely. What did the man say?
Time to separate men from the boys this Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Go Cowboys.
This is what we want. This is what we needed. This is what we got to get. And hey, we'll talk a little bit more about the red zone. That's part of this thing. When it comes to matchups, the red zone got to work. But I still believe we got to get the run stop and the run defense. If we tighten that up, we should be in this game no matter what happens with our offense. No matter what. So anyways, Now, appreciate you, Jason Renfro, taking away Marco Seppian, getting knocked down a couple pegs here, down to 59 points on the Stream Boss. Much love to him, repping its sponsor of the week and that Stream Boss current leader. Now, McCarthy, actually, let me get McCarthy back up here because, he also kind of talked about, and other guys, the front office also spoke, but McCarthy said that he does expect to have, and this was at his press conference right after the walkthrough. Because there was a walkthrough. So, right after the walkthrough, McCarthy said he expects to have the Cowboys' best 5 starting offensive linemen together for this game at San Francisco. He said it'd be again, we know it's the first time since 2021, but he said, quote, "We're on target. Tyron did everything he was asked to do today at practice. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but we're definitely heading in that direction." That tells me everything I need to see and hear there. When it comes to Tyron Smith, his trajectory is easily going to play. According to McCarthy, almost in these words, it feels like that, right? And now other people spoke about this, like Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones said, quote, "It looks promising that all 5 offensive linemen will play Sunday night against San Francisco." That's big. And he also mentioned about that we needed still 2 more hurdles, of course, to clear. That was this morning. So it was you got to clear Friday's practice today, which they all did, and you have to clear tomorrow's walkthrough, which is not contact, but they go hard. So they run around and they stress them to make sure they can handle it. Jerry Jones thinks that the starting 5 guys, and I want to make sure we all know, left tackle Tyron Smith, left guard Tyler Smith, center Tyler Biadasz, right guard Zach Martin, and right tackle Terrence Steele are going to be on the field. You probably should
say their names again because it's been so long since we've even heard the word starting offensive line.
Exactly.
What the heck does that even mean anymore?
Almost 2 years.
Right?
So, it's almost been 2 years. Stephen Jones also spoke on this, baby, believe it or not, and also gave his 2 cents in his interview about this and said, "I think it's starting to look pretty likely that we'll have all 5 guys, all starters, out there starting against the Niners. So all signs point to hell yeah." And again, tomorrow McCarthy will, we're not going to hear from him, but tomorrow McCarthy knows that that Saturday walkthrough and then they get on the plane flight. There's no setbacks. Our top 5 guys will be on that field, guys, against the Niners Sunday night. That's fantastic freaking news. So that we can a little more of an exhale from the situation. When you look at the final injury report for the week, and this was where everything kind of comes to light. Because still, Tyron Smith was in full practice yesterday. Guess what? Today, Tyron Smith on this board here, guys, no game status designation. 2 back-to-back days of full practices. And now he's ready to go. Full blast. Tyron Smith, guys, that is great news. Zach Martin, also no game day designation. No game status with the thigh injury. Offensive line is at full in strength. Tyron Smith is ready to go, guys. It's a go here. Unless there's any crazy setbacks to happen in practice tomorrow, and these guys are 100% good to go. Tyron Smith, again, it's real. What do you think about it? Because to me, it's like he wasn't as injured as maybe he could have probably played last week if it was the Niners, But they wanted him ready for this game against the 49ers. And, Jerry Jones said he was iffy this week. And, being iffy to all of a sudden, 100% full starting, that's crazy to me, guys. So it's great. I don't mind that kind of game that they play behind the scenes. Let's go. So Tyron Smith looks like he's full blast. He looks like he's going to be good to go. The other guys, and again, Zach Martin, same thing. I want to reiterate that. We can say that about CeeDee Lamb, full blast. Malik Hooker, great news by the way, full upgrade for him at practice. He's no game designation. He's good to go. Chuma Edoga, full blast. If you don't get injured,
like great news all the way around.
Yeah. All the way around. Rico Dowdle, full practice 2 days in a row. Guess what? No game designation. He's playing. He's playing this game, guys. So the only guys left on here would be Peyton Hendershot, for example. Ankle injury. He has been ruled out for this game. So the tight end spot, again, it's obvious the Cowboys are going to have to move up Sean McEwen. Because there's not going to be any Hendershot this week. So we know that for sure. Damone Clark, shoulder injury. Big loss there if he can't play. He's questionable for this game. I really hope he can get in there, but if he cannot, Malik Jefferson is going to get moved up no matter what. So those are our 2 elevations. I'm calling it right now. We're going to move up from our practice squad Malik Jefferson for the game day to be our 3rd linebacker. But, hey, he might have to go up there and start. He might have to go in there and help, because if we have no Damone Clark, will it be Marquise Bell? Who will it be? It's got to be Malik Jefferson. So that's something to keep an eye on. Damone Clark, I really hope he can get on that field. And again, with Peyton Hendershot being out of the tight end rotation right now, being out for the second straight week in a row, Hendershot is going to be replaced by someone like McEwen off the practice squad. So the good news, of course, all around here is that offensive line is ready to go. We're healthy. It's Micah Parsons limited. Today was full practice in the walkthrough. Today was a walkthrough. No game designations. Micah Parsons are completely cleared for this game. So that's it, guys. We're good to go here. I mean, that's everyone. The only two guys we have to worry about, Damone Clark with the questionable tag with the shoulder, and then Peyton Hendershot's ankle. He's 100% out. We don't have to worry about him anymore. So the only guy really looking at right now is Damone Clark, linebacker. Anyways, Malik Jefferson, tomorrow, him and Sean McEwen will be elevated to this team. Now, we have some, when you look at the offensive line side of things, we have, Tyler Smith. I know he had been spoken about here by McCarthy. But Tyler Smith here getting this, kind of boosting this offensive line with his ability at left guard. As we know left tackle last year, left guard this year. He was asked about playing his first game ever in his career at left guard next to Tyron Smith at left tackle. What did he say about that?
He said, Tyron's reputation speaks for itself. He's obviously a big, powerful dude, so on them B blocks or whatever, it's going to be great movement. He's a vet when it comes to the pass game, so his pass pro is always going to be solid. Just having that presence, I'm confident with everybody that's next to me. But having him right there is going to be huge for sure. It's going to be awesome.
He mentions the B blocks, it's the B gaps. Exactly. I mean, when you have someone that good next to you when he's at full strength like Tyron Smith, I mean, it's like a leaps and bounds better than, and again, no offense to Chuma Edoga. But now, imagine what Tyler Smith can do now. He has a little more freedom, a little more confidence in that left side, right, of his arm, like the left side of his body. That's a big boost for him. It is going to be huge, and Tyler Smith having a huge season so far. Now, I know we had Trey Lance actually speak, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he spoke yesterday, and I think you have some of his thoughts and quotes, baby.
I do. You'll have to give me a second
no
here. By the way, as we do that, you know what you can also do in the meantime?
Hit that like.
Hit that
subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
You already know.
Follow us over on Twitter or social media, all social media, MyCowboysFamily. We've been waiting for this game, this season, of course, a while, building up, but now we're ready.
Yeah, it feels like everything is building up to this week as far as like the first chunk of the season.
Yes, can't wait. So, sorry, baby, but now
I was actually taking a quick sip of water there, but let me go ahead.
Trey Lance, he's a little bit bigger than I thought.
We got there, but yes, Trey Lance.
Oops, he's gone.
The 49ers aren't the only team trying to take an ex-player, get some info on the new team, like, hey, what's up, what's your tendencies? Although even you kind of said this before, why would they trade him to us if they were actually worried about what he had to say?
Well, what did he say?
He said this, as far as, like, did it feel weird to kind of give up that type of information, to, like, kind of give up that intel on the 49ers? He said, I'm here now, so I'm doing everything I can do to try and help. Anytime I can have a bigger role to help the team, it's exciting for sure. Sounds like he's just happy to be involved.
Hey, he's majorly involved this week.
As far as going back to San Francisco, Trey Lance said, I'm sure it'll be different going on that sideline for sure. But thankfully, we're into week 5. Now I've gotten in a good routine and feel comfortable knowing all the guys and coaches' staff, weird things, small link things like that. So hopefully it won't be too weird.
Trey, fitting right in, yeah.
Trey also said this as far as having a command of our specific style of offense. He said, I'm getting close. Some wrinkles every week, but I'm feeling more and more confident.
Again, that's what we kept saying. He's not going to just jump in there and start back up, or even, some people wanted him as starter. What are you talking about? But you will see him, evolving and learning under McCarthy.
So, but yeah, I think that's all he had to say as far as that. So, there we go.
Yeah, but then we also had, I'm pretty sure we had the GM John Lynch of the 49ers speak about Trey Lance. And, maybe what's the possibility of him actually helping the Cowboys? We heard it from their side. What did he say?
Yeah. He said, there is information you can share. My experience with that as a player is it tends to screw you up more than it does help you. I mean, this isn't the Houston Astros over here banging the drum for fastballs. He can't do that over here. And now everything's through the headset. It's not something we're worried about.
There you go. That's his 2 cents on the Trey Lance situation. Now, the Niners also spoke about our little rivalry, specifically Charvarius Ward. If there's any animosity built up between the Cowboys and the Niners. And, Charvarius Ward, former Cowboy, said, quote, well, probably for them, but not for us. Why? Because we won. So we good. So he's mentioning the fact that the Niners, they beat us. Why are they hating us? They're not hating us. We're hating them because they beat us, and that's in case you missed that, that's what he was saying. So, when we look at the Niners and see what they got going on as far as injuries are concerned, there are pretty big, I guess you could say, an update here when it comes to the Niners and their injury report, guys. Elijah Mitchell, their running back, who, by the way, had a game-high 51 yards rushing against us in the January playoff game, which, we lost them. The most recent one, we lost to them. He's out for this game against the Cowboys. So, listen, of course, they got Christian McCaffrey. Of course, that is a crazy-ass, fantastic weapon. But he don't have a guy to lean on there in Elijah Mitchell, who gave us some issues when we played him last time. So, again, he's ruled out for the game. That's I guess you have a relatively bigger loss for them. John Feliciano with a concussion. Still trying to get out of the concussion protocol. He was at full practice today. He's listed as questionable. So it looks like he may get a chance to play in this game. The other guys here, Dre Greenlaw, Joanne Jennings, Deebo Samuel, Charvarius Ward, all four of these guys who were banged up and limited, were all full practice today, and they don't carry a game designation, so they are good to go. They're going to be full in action as well, which is I like that. I want to get their best. I want their best.
Yes, and trust me, nothing better than a pissed off Tyron Smith unleashed, as Stephen White says. Oh no, that was it. I just wanted to touch on that comment there. It was funny. And yes, John, Gregory did get traded to the 49ers.
Yep. Niners got him, but he's not playing this game, just so you know that.
Yeah, clarifying.
Yes. So now, as we move into a little more of the matchup situation breakdown, let's see how much we match up, and I want your opinion on the referee crew we got going into this game. And his name is Alan Eck. What the Eck?
All right.
Alan Eck is his first season as a NFL head referee. He's been 8 years in the league, though.
All right.
Now, he was the actual ref for the Cowboys and the divisional round games against the Niners. I think week 6 last year. And the divisional round game that we lost to the Niners this year. So this guy was there when we got knocked out of the playoffs. Let's put it that way. He was promoted from an umpire to a referee in March of this year. Through the game so far this season, the first 4 games, he's averaging slightly less than the average flags thrown per game, which is 12.33 to 12.65. Again, with not much less, but he's still throwing less than the average. Just a hair less. And with that said as well, guys, with less flags thrown, those flags that they do throw are for the bigger yard amount gains and stuff like this, or so they cost teams. When they do throw flags, it's for, I guess you could say, the bigger flag or the more costly flags. He's averaging more than the average in the league. Again, 104.9 yards in a game is what the league averages. He's averaging 109 yards of penalty yards per game. So, for the most part this year, he's had very few offensive and defensive penalty pass interferences. So you not get that push off that you saw from CeeDee Lamb by these refs. All right, remember that push off a couple games ago against the Cardinals?
I mean, yeah, hard to forget. And
it was a big kind of stopper for us. And moving down the field. We got over the 50 on that play, and they called CeeDee Lamb for an offensive pass interference. This refereeing crew should not do that too often. Defensive pass interference, they're gonna let you get a little handsy. All right, that's the general trends. We'll see what happens. It's only been 4 games for this guy, so we don't know. But as far as the holding calls, he has, I would say, the things he calls the most is offensive holding. That's the thing you got to be clean. So if you're McCarthy, you got to get your hands right for the blocking if you're the offensive line. 6 false starts as well. I think he has like 6 or 8 of each of these. So false starts and offensive holding, you got to be careful. No false starts, no offensive holding. That's the keys. You got to be. So it means we got to be a disciplined offensive line. We got all 5 guys together. Hopefully we can hit the ground running with all 5 of these guys. Now he also has called over the average of roughing the passer penalties, which again I think is higher than almost every refereeing crew in the NFL right now as of this moment. Right.
I mean, I guess at least Dak's gonna be protected.
Well, yeah, they might call it on Micah. Or on Marcus Lawrence. You said it.
They're, when it comes to like official NFL refereeing, they are on the younger side since this guy is, it's his first year doing it. So maybe he just errs on the side of like over QB protection, you know? Yeah. Just because that's obviously something that the league is stressing a lot more now than maybe even 5-10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at his numbers, he's throwing between, I think he's talking about 21% of his, I think he's thrown about 21% roughing the passer penalties so far in only about 8% of the games. So he's very high on roughing the passer, very high on, I'd say, and then above average on offensive holding and false starts. Though that's what he's going to be calling the most. Again, let me reiterate: pass interference, offense or defense, not going to be called as much either. So just so we know, guys, throwing it out there. Everybody pass the test? Do you remember what it is?
Sorry, baby, I was reading the chat.
Yeah, I know. Well, offensive pass interference, offensive defense. That's gonna. Well, yeah, whatever. It's that we know. I've already said it, so hopefully everyone remembers it. Then, when you look at the breakdowns of, the statistical side of things, Cowboys points per game, 31 points per game for our offense. For their defense, they're only allowing 14.5 points per game. So something's going to break there. You got the Niners, when you look at their offense, 31.3, slightly above us on offensive points. There are, again, total points scoring. We only allow 10.3 points per game. So, again, something's going to break there, too. It's an interesting situation in both these teams. It's like a head-on collision coming on here between 2 great teams now. So, Cowboys on offense rushing 141 yards per game. They only allow 66 yards per game. So that's another major point of this game. You can already see, we can run the ball. We got them, we got them controlled. When it comes to them running, 153 yards rushing on the ground. We allow 111 yards per game. So we allow too much. That could be on their favor. Passing yards for us, 219 yards per game. They are allowing 218 yards per game. So that's basically, we should be breaking with 220 right there, passing yardage. While they throw for 245, we allow 148. That's really dominant. We need to keep that at 148 and no more there. Turnover differential for the Cowboys, we're +9. For the Niners, they're +4. When you look at their defense and our defense, just the defensive numbers against each other, Cowboys are allowing 259.8 total yards per game. The Niners are allowing 284.3 yards per game. So they're allowing a little bit more, about 30 more yards than we are, 25 more yards than we are. Finally, just want a couple little numbers here. Cowboys versus San Francisco. When you look at our offense, points per game, 31. That's number 2 in the NFC. 33.0 is what the Niners are at right now. That is number 1 in the NFC. So you see top 2 offenses technically in the NFC. Penalties. I'm sorry, not penalties, but defensive points allowed per game. Cowboys with 10.3, number 1. The Niners with 14.5, they're number 2 in the NFC. Point differential, we're number 1 in the NFC. 83 plus 83 points. The Niners are plus 67, number 2 in the NFC. The Cowboy offense ranks 30th 30th. We got to remember this. This is important. The red zone. Oh, much love. Bo Smith getting his membership comment out right now for the month.
That's right. He's been repping it for 4 months. You know what he said?
Maybe Blue Style. What did Bo Smith have to say?
Let's go Cowboys. How could Zach Martin stop Randy Gregory? Probably by, I don't know, staring at him really hard and calling his mom.
He doesn't have to worry about stopping him. Because he's not going to play, right?
Good point. So, but thank you so much, Bo Smith. I appreciate you. But yeah, no need to stop Randy Gregory if he's not out there. As far as like maybe in the future, playoffs, postseason type of thing, let's see what Randy Gregory does first before we consider stopping a guy that hasn't even hit the field yet.
I mean, again, they made a trade for him, but yeah, he's not. He's out for this game, not going to play. Even though he's on their, I guess he's on their 53-man roster, of course, officially. Now, much love, Bo. Appreciate you. Now, Cowboys offense. I want to make sure we all understand here that the Cowboy offense right now, we rank 30th in the NFL when it comes to red zone scoring percentage. That is horrific. We're right now 36.84% of the time scoring in the, getting in the red zone. When we are in the red zone, we are scoring. That's like basically 1 out of 3 plays we get a touchdown. So when you look at the Niners defense, despite them being a dominant defense for the most part, they rank 23rd in red zone scoring rate, as I said. They're pushing in the sense of allowing a lot of red zone points. They allow it about 2/3 of the time. We only get it about 1/3 of the time. So we got to get in there. We have a chance to actually be successful in the red zone, which is surprising against the Niner defense. That's just the way the numbers break down. I'm pretty sure I talked about that the last couple of nights, but I want to make sure we continue talking about some of the matchups and things we need to see. So red zone, right? Keys to victory here for the Cowboys. Our offense versus this Niner defense. And again, we got to exploit some of these matchups. Little room for error in this game at Levi Stadium. Some of the trends specifically in the red zone, and I'm going to put up Mike McCarthy just as an example here, I guess. I guess I won't be able to put up Mike McCarthy. But let me see here. Here we go. Yeah, I will. Mike McCarthy. He's the one in the middle here. This is one of the matchups we got to watch. The red zone scoring percentage, touchdowns, regarding this is only touchdowns, not field goals now. Again, the efficiency is fantastic for the Cowboys driving down the field. And we should be able to be smart about driving down the field and be able to do that this game. But the other interesting situation is when we leave our home field and go to the enemy territory, and again, we've won 10 games straight at home. Our red zone touchdown scoring percentage when we are on the road jumps up to 44%. Goes from 33 to 44%.
Now, I feel like there's a lot of factors that go into that, but here's just my very, very loose guess before you read anything else, because I don't want anything you say to influence my thought process here, right? When I hear that, it makes me think that the Cowboys are, like, I don't know, still figuring a few things out, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel 100% accurate because it feels like, okay, it kind of applies in some instances, in some instances no, but I don't know. I feel like I'm having a hard time articulating what I'm trying to say, but my point is that it's not an all-the-time consistent type of thing. But back to you, baby.
I think we're trying to say maybe it's not sustainable, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's
on the road to rely on that. Yeah.
So it's just also maybe part of it too is like
and we're too comfortable
when we're on
the
home. Road, maybe those games end up being a little bit tougher. So we have to take a few more chances that maybe we wouldn't have to take while we're chilling at home, relaxing and maxing and beating out teams by 20, 30 points or some shit. Like, I don't know. Just another thought here.
I mean, it is. And again, I think we're also comfortable at home. A little maybe too comfortable. I mean, maybe we take it a little too lackadaisical. I don't know. But the point is, 44% still fucking sucks, but it is an upgrade of 11 percentage points. Still a lot to desire, a lot left to be improved upon. Obviously, we've talked about this, but the 49ers, their red zone efficiency, it also goes up to 70% when they're at home. Again, we always keep saying this, as I said like 3 times, something's got to break. So it's kind of like, the Cowboys go up on the road, but the Niners go up at home when it comes to stopping the red zone. I'm sorry, when it comes to stopping the red zone. So again, when you look, and I said that's over, not the red zone, that's actually over a course of the game. When you look at the Niners in the red zone compared to the Cowboys, not even a comparison. We discussed that a minute ago. The red zone for the Niners are not very good.
Yeah.
They kind of are one of the 23rd, 26th in the NFL. So we have a chance to kind of take advantage of this. Now, what the Niners are going to try to do, all right, and don't get surprised, but Dak Prescott is going to be trying to be forced into bad decisions by the Niners. All right, Cowboys have protected Dak well, considering all the injuries. Dak Prescott has been, avoiding some sacks, although I think he was responsible for 2 of them on his own. He should have thrown the ball away. The Cowboys lead the league in turnover margin. Niners cannot allow the Cowboys, of course, if they want to win, right? They're going to try to do everything they can to make the Cowboys turn the ball over and make their own, shooting themselves in the foot. So this game could come down to turnovers. The battle there, whoever gets that last turnover, that one more turnover could make the difference in winning or losing the game. They're going to try to force Dak into some situations. So, so McCarthy's got to be ready for that. He's got to also be ready for Tony Pollard to be stopped, because this is a fantastic run defense. They do not stop. I think, again, we got to get lucky here, but we also got our top offensive lineman back in the house. It's really hard to say how good or not we can be against the top run-stopping defense in the NFL. So bottling up Tony Pollard and keeping him at bay is going to be major for the Niners to survive. So I think that's something that they have the upper hand as what we know, but we have our 5 guys healthy and ready to go. So that's going to be interesting. If they do stop the run game and doesn't allow any kind of running, kind of utilizing of our running back or anything, then Dak might get some pressure on him. He has to, he'll start making those mistakes we talked about, right? Kind of forcing him into bad decisions. So that's going to be key in this game for the Niners to try to stop Pollard, to force Dak into harder decisions. So Mike McCarthy got to be on top of that shit, right? Now, I also think there's a thing on the other side of the ball we got to really dive into. And it's not even about a receiver that needs to show up when it comes to, trying to get on this defense. I think it's more about Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy, and seeing where the matchups are at. Let me explain. The front 7 of this Niner defense is fantastic. There's no doubt about that. Nick Bosa, right behind McCarthy there. Fred Warner on the number 54, fantastic. They're a defense that's very, I think Patrick Walker said they were capable but not fearsome. And I agree with that, because, again, they're not as consistent as they were last year. They're not as scary as they were last year. I said to me, they remind me of, the Cowboys seem more scary than the Niners defense. So when you look at where the hole is, and Patrick Walker brought it up, I've talked about this for a couple nights, kind of on and off the whole week, but it's about their cornerback situation there, guys. And again, I don't even know, I got to try to say his first name right. Diamador?
Let me see. Diamador? Yeah.
Lenore. I'm just going to go with Lenore, his last name. Former 5th-round pick of Oregon. He is a glaring issue for the Niners secondary. And again, to me, and I think McCarthy, it's not about Dak or about CeeDee Lamb or about the running game or about the blocking. It's about Mike McCarthy having hopefully found that wound in their secondary, because he is their biggest liability. And that should be the Cowboys' attack when they throw the ball. Now, I think, here's the thing that's interesting, baby. Brandon Cooks, you can use him here to attack Lenore, especially maybe in the slot. If Lenore jumps in there, he probably won't jump in the slot. But if Brandon Cooks is lined up against Lenore, I think that, you're going to see Savarius Ward, number 7, having to defend CeeDee Lamb. And that could be an issue there for Ward, especially with the plantar fasciitis he has. He's going to play, but he's not going to be cutting. He's not going to be doing his usual kind of really, solid blanketing coverage. And especially on CeeDee Lamb, he's going to have some trouble there, in my opinion. So to me, it's a mismatch there either way, no matter how you do it. Brandon Cooks in the slot, mismatch. Brandon Cooks on the outside with Lenore, mismatch. This mismatch is here, and it's not about the receiver. It's about Lenore, their defensive cornerback there. So I'll explain this a little more, because they have to have him on the outside right now. That's what they're trying to do, because their backup is even worse. So a lot of opportunities for Brandon Cooks, in my opinion, and CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion, to make plays in space. Also with the ball in the getting the ball in their hands and then getting some yak yards there, maybe some vertical routes, intermediate middle of the field kind of slants that would drag Lenore here across the field, and he would not be able to keep up with that. So again, we need time to throw the ball. Obviously, it is important. So it might be some opportunities there for CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. The key about this guy here, Lenore, is this, guys. He's successful in coverage less than half of the time. He registers a 0% hawk rate, ball hawk rate. He's not a ball hawk. All right. That, by the way, is defined as a percentage of targets where the nearest defender made a play on the ball, which it means pass, knockdown, defense, interception, interception, and also he is the reason. Again, these are the reasons I'm basically going to say here that he is by far the most targeted defender in the Niners' entire secondary. Everybody sees the weak spot in their defense, and that's it. So, I mean, nobody's been able to stop it, but they've gotten down the field. The Cardinals got closer in this game. The Rams got close. So, just saying, we have the opportunity with our power we have on this team, with our offensive line back to roll. Again, more than 1 out of 5, every 5 passes by the Niners, their opposition is in his direction. So, again, about 20% of the passes so far this year have gone towards Lenore. And they've been dominating him, 78% completion percentage when you throw at this guy. So that is Mike McCarthy devising something that maybe keeps this attack going to this wherever Lenore is. Now, here's the other thing I wanted to say. The Niners are desperately afraid of allowing Ambry Thomas on the field. Ambry Thomas, guys, they're saying if he gets in the game, the Cowboys will immediately go after him. He will get some snaps. So when he's in there, now they got 2 guys exposed. All right, Ambry Thomas, guys, another defensive back here, third-year cornerback. All right, the Steelers went after him when they played him. The Cardinals went after him when they played him. He's not having a good season. Third-year guy. He played, basically whenever the Niners have taken out their slot cover guy, Isaiah Oliver, who is not very good, by the way, had his issues. When they took him out, that's when they had to put in Ambry Thomas. Why? If they take out Oliver for a play or two, guess who moves in the slot? Lenore. He's going to be picked on. Lenore goes in the slot. Guess who has to go in the other outside corner? It cannot be Oliver. It cannot be Oliver. What's his name? Just said his name. Isaiah Oliver. It cannot be him because he plays slot. He cannot play on the outside. So it's kind of like a Jordan Lewis situation. When you take Jordan Lewis out, you got to move guys around. If you move DeRon Bland to the slot, you got to put Nashawn Wright out there. You guys feel me? The drop off. So that's what's going to happen with it. They're just starting at a lesser spot. So, anyways, so when they put Lenore at nickel corner, that's when they had to bring in Ambry Thomas on the outside. And that is where you have to pick on both those guys. You can go on Ambry Thomas. You can shooting fish in the barrel is what it should be. If the Cowboys can at least get some kind of block, consistent blocking on the offensive line. So, again, who's going to be in the slot for the Cowboys? I mean, we all know who's going to be our slot guy here, right? Let me see CeeDee Lamb. 80, 70, 60%, whatever.
So dangerous.
A lot. Sedarius will be there a lot of the time, so he will be there against Oliver.
It feels like we've been waiting for a game for CeeDee Lamb to be in the slot where he can truly, take off. Not saying he hasn't been in the slot, not saying he hasn't had good moments or whatever, but, we want him to rock 'em, stock 'em robots here.
Well, again, inside or outside, if he's inside going up against Isaiah Oliver, that's an option there. This could be better options in other places in the secondary of the Niners. And if he's on the outside, Shavarius Ward, number 7, might be on him. Maybe the tougher matchup still can get him. But you're also looking at a situation where if Ambry Thomas is matched up on him because he has to come in on the outside, you attack that every time. So either guy, Lenore or Thomas, you attack either. If you see any of those guys in the field, attack them. So where will CeeDee Lamb be? Where will Brandon Cooks be? Both these guys will play slot and outside throughout the game. All right. I will say this: when it comes to, if you want to find out what's the better spot, Isaiah Oliver at the slot, he's better at covering bigger receivers like CeeDee Lamb. He's physical. So the Niners' defense is best when Oliver is on the field because that means that Lenore, who's not very good, but still he can play a little bit better on the outside, which keeps Ambry Thomas off the field. That's what they're worried about, the Niners. So, again, Oliver, he's not good against smaller receivers. So if we move in Brandon Cooks in there, they might move Oliver. Here's a chess game, guys. We move Brandon Cooks in the slot a little more often. They're going to probably move Isaiah Oliver off of him, off out of the game, move in Lenore on him, against a smaller guy. And then Ambry Thomas comes in there and goes against CeeDee Lamb on the outside. You guys understand what's going on here? So you're forcing their hand. You make this move, you know they're going to have to make that move. And that move means, taking Isaiah Oliver out of the game and putting in there Lenore, shifting around to their worst guys have to come on the field. That's what Dan Quinn might be doing in this game. So keep an eye on that key. Well, this to me is really one of the major keys going forward for our offense versus their defense. We'll see how that continues. Now, any quick comments in the chat maybe about anything? Because I know I've been babbling for a while.
Cactus G said, I just hope Dak doesn't make them a star.
Well, that's up to McCarthy as well, and it's Dak Prescott. Everybody in the same thing here. Everybody's got to be. Dak has thrown one interception. Let's put it
now,
that way.
Stoned Immaculate 2 saying, Tolbert is going to make plays. Just watch. Justin D throwing out there, don't forget 13 will ball out too on Sunday.
Can't forget about Gallup, but for some reason, again, I like we have a lot of weapons, so we can attack any of these guys. The thing is, Brandon Cooks in a matchup with one of their slot guys, we have a big advantage there. Of course, we know a couple of their bad coverage guys now. If we can get two of them on the field, Michael Gallup against one of those guys, that's Michael Gallup going to eat. Hell yeah, I agree.
So let me see here. Stealth E said, don't sleep on Tolbert. He's probably going to grab also. And grab the stars is great to see. I'm
definitely not overlooking him, but he'll get some snaps in this game for sure.
So let me see. Seabass said, CeeDee Lamb already told y'all Dak owns this offense. Dak owned the preseason, so unleash Dak.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent. We got to get the passing, the conservative passing. Maybe take some more vertical shots down the field. Is this the right game to do it against? We'll see. Their safeties are still solid, and they might double team CeeDee Lamb, so you have to then attack with Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup against their weaker cornerbacks. That's what you got to look at more, and it's going to be quick. A lot of yak yardage is going to be a goal here for the Cowboys.
So now Jason Renfro said, we just need to attack them in the secondary and the weak link as much as possible.
Yeah, and again, when we move Brandon Cooks to the slot, that could give them two weak links. Keep that in mind. That's how you force their hand and make them do what you want them to do, so you can get your better matchups for your team on offense versus their defense. So speaking of our defense, how about that? And their offense, let me put them on the field there. They got a lot of weapons there. And the first guy I'm going to worry about here is Christian McCaffrey, number 23, running back. Again, I know that he is, he's got the most yards in the NFL, got the most carries in the NFL. He's the guy right now. He can run and catch and do both. So the Cowboy defense versus McCaffrey is one of the big keys to victory. Got to slow him down. We did it last time, and again,
so again, not impossible.
Yeah, right, exactly. And we unfortunately showed poor run stop ability against the Cardinals and James Conner in Week 3. So we've done good for the most part at shutting down the running backs that actually are the ones you have to key on. Like, we don't have to key on Conner as much. I think the Cowboys felt when in reality, we played Saquon Barkley. We watched him. Dalvin Cook watched him. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Zeke, we watched him. Same thing's going to go for Christian McCaffrey. We're all going to be watching him. Cowboys defensive players first. So again, McCaffrey is an entire different kind of running back we faced all year. He's a runner, and a good elite runner and elite wide catch, receiver of the ball. Right? He's able to pretty much take over the game, any game, by himself. We've seen it happen. Cowboys, if we want to have a chance to be in this game and win, we have to slow him down and stop him. All right, his production overall, scrimmage yards, whatever. That's key. The defense, when you look at the statistics for the Cowboy defense, we've only allowed teams to convert on 3rd and long, which is, by the way, 3rd and long is 6+ yards. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. We've out of 20 attempts on 3rd and long, the Cowboy defense has allowed one conversion, one time.
That is pretty solid.
That's a 5% conversion rate. That's fantastic.
Okay, that's crazy when you put it that way.
And when you look at our passing and our rushing defense combined, listen to this: we are currently probably up there with, I say, the Browns, the Bills, and the Ravens as truly the most efficient defenses in the NFL. Who's the best pass rush defense right now? It's our Dallas Cowboys, guys, and Micah back there ready to attack. So yeah, the Cowboys are number 1 in the league when it comes to pass rush efficiency, with the Browns right behind us and the Bills behind us there. when it comes to the run stop, which you figure we suck, well, we're not horrible, guys. I mean, we're about, I don't know, about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 8th in stopping the run, at least efficient-wise. Again, it really was one bad game. It was 222 yards against the Cardinals. So we got to stop the run. We can do it. We've seen us do it. A lot of that is because of the score, where we're at with the score in the game, and we can kind of control the team that way. So, if the offense gets some points, the defense can do their thing, we should be in a pretty good place in this game. And not only hanging in, but maybe even controlling the game, which is my personal hope for us here. So, when I'm looking at the offensive line for the Niners, their I guess you can say the inside offensive linemen, the center and the 2 guards, they rank 21st in the NFL in pass blocking when it comes to the PFF grades. While Micah Parsons, you know it, Micah Parsons is of course number 1 when it comes to pressure rate. You know who else is there? Number 97. He's 6th in the NFL in pressure rate. Osa Odigizua. So we got 2 guys in the top 6 in pressure rate. The Marcus Lawrence and others are not far behind. So you're going to see Dan Quinn try to exploit the consistency of the Niners on those passing down and distances. When it's 3rd and 6 or longer, there's going to be an attack coming in there and pressuring from the inside. Get ready to see Micah coming in up the center, the A-gap there from the middle. That's what I'm expecting to see. And then when you look at Micah Parsons, guys, I mean, here's the thing. I know you saw number 13, Brock Purdy, but they're going to do everything they can, the Niners, to keep Micah off of him. And Shanahan's going to call some plays, but also the Cowboys have played the highest rate of man coverage in the NFL. We're going to put pressure on him, but on Brock Purdy. But the 68.7% that our defense plays man, again, that is the second highest this season. And again, the 68.7% is over the last 2 years. Let me clear that up. But that's the second highest, guys, in the NFL. So we play a lot of man coverage. And Brock Purdy has been very good against man coverage. So Micah's going to have to get back there and get some pressure, make him play a little bit nervous. That's the hope. Purdy, very good against man. He has an 89.0 QBR. He's averaging 8.7 yards per attempt. When he's not catch, per attempt, not completion, I mean, per attempt, 8.7 yards per attempt when he's facing man defense. All right, and then man coverage. When you're looking at, basically I think he's 14 touchdowns to 2 interception ratio is, going back to last year, is what he's, I'm sorry, 2 touchdowns, 0 interception ratio. So he didn't have any picks. So top 3 in the NFL versus man in his year and a half or year plus he's been in the NFL. So again, and that's short career for Brock Purdy, but hopefully we will disrupt that this week. This doesn't even include the fact that Purdy is very good against the blitz. We don't really use a lot of blitzing. We usually bring our 4 guys, and that's pretty much it. So the way the Cowboys attack is going to be very, very much with the 4-man rush most of the time. You can, once in a while we'll bring a blitz, but it'd be definitely a lower percentage than most teams out there. Purdy has handled this kind of very, upfront defense. The way we pressure teams, it's off the charts, right? But the question is, will they be able to handle it this time around? Because last year they had, in the McGlinch game, we seen what Micah did to him last year. And if you forgot, well, here you go. Here it is. Boom, and he throws them. And then attacks. Again, we need that pick there. But that's what Micah's going to do. Now we're going to have to, like I talked to you guys earlier about this week, Colton McKivitz. McKivitz is their right tackle. He's been their weak spot on that offensive line. That's where Micah comes into play. That's where the pressure on Purdy is going to really be the point of the pressure point is going to start from there. And so Colton McKivitz right there is going to be playing that right tackle spot. He's not going to be able to handle Micah Parsons. So they're going to have an answer for that soon. And when you look at Micah Parsons, the double team rate, how often he gets double teamed at the edge pass rush, and how often he wins it. Baby, do you know that he is pressured, double teamed, I'm sorry. There's only two players, Nick Bosa and Will Anderson, that get pressured more than Micah not pressured, that gets double teamed more than Micah Parsons. All right,
insanity.
And I'm sure Will Anderson is at a lower rate. But then you look at how much these guys, when they get double teamed, how often does Micah Parsons win a double team? Guys, he's number 1 in the NFL. Number 1. Really, Nick Bosa is way down average when it comes to winning his double teams. Micah Parsons blows everyone away, and he's getting double teamed second most in the NFL. That is insane to me, the way he's destroying everybody. Double teamed, still getting the pressure, getting more pressure than anybody else that gets double teamed in the NFL. That's statistically now proven. So we need to get pressure on Brock Purdy. An X factor is if Brock Purdy stays clean, he will hurt us, guys. He will do what Shanahan tells him to do, and the offense needs him to do. Brock Purdy's protecting the ball, right? No fumbles, no interceptions. No fumbles recovered by the other team. He did fumble, but no interceptions. Great talent around him, right? So all he has to do is just give the ball to them for the most part and get the ball in their hands. If the Cowboys are able to disrupt Purdy, starting with Micah and everybody else coming with them, it'll be a huge part in this Week 5 matchup, a key to victory. Purdy has not thrown an interception this year yet. Doesn't mean that the opportunity has not been there, guys. You know, talk about Dak getting his picks dropped. Purdy's been same situation for him. It's there. It's possible. He's thrown some risky passes that have not worked out for him. And the Cowboys this year, I feel the most opportunistic we've been in since, better than last year, it feels like. That could be a change of fortune for the young Brock Purdy. A lot to be worried about when it comes to the Niners. But to me, if the Cowboys are able to affect Brock Purdy, it'll give the Niners, that in itself can give the Niners their first loss of the season. We get involved, we get disruptive, it could be a problem, a major problem from Brock Purdy. So you want to know my keys to victory? You just heard them. All of them, top to bottom. Yeah, stopping the run, getting that pressure. You know, that when it comes to the offense, attacking that secondary, when we do attack that secondary, go a little deeper, you know who to attack. Pretty simple, guys, pretty simple. I got some shout-outs to do, by the way. A Cash App drop. It just came on down the pike. So I'll read that in a minute. I'll get that here in a minute. Any comments in the chat about all of this stuff?
Well, yeah, you're going to see it here in a second because Marco Sepien just
in
dropped
the house.
a $5 holler. And he said,
Fan Friday style. We're going to have a discourse here? All right, let's go.
He said, we have a damn good D. But like I said the other day, we have learned to play teams ranked 28, 32, 19, and 30 in offense. I can't wait to see how we do versus a legit team.
Agree. I'm with you. I'm excited to see this. To me, it's going to be, we know, I know Mark has said that, we're not that, we don't have another scary guy. Guys, DeMarcus Lawrence is a scary guy right now. Statistically, analytically, same thing with Osa Odigizua, a scary guy. When Micah produces, everybody else becomes scarier. And I think that teams are starting to notice this and take note of this. There's only so much you can do when all these guys, and I said we had 4 guys in the top 10 last week that were in the top 10 of pressure on the quarterback. And, so I think Fowler was the other guy, if I'm not mistaken. But my point here is we got a lot of guys that can attack. And this offensive line is very good. But like I've said, there are a couple little places. I think the right tackle, DeMarcus Lawrence, is going to be you there. I think that's the place we're going to have to kind of look to attack when it comes to trying to get a win under our belts in this game. There's a lot of tough matchups in this game, guys. But there's a couple of matchups that are definitely in our favor, and we can take advantage of that and win. I truly believe that. So much love, Mark. Appreciate you. I got another shout out coming here. Maybe hit up another couple comments in there. As Mark is up to, what is that? Biotish. 63 points on the stream. It's open for him now, guys. But give us a couple thoughts as we get a couple more comments from you guys in the chat. And I got a shout out here, yes, in the Cash App side.
Oh, there we go. Now, Chalk Tom on 10-808 dropping a score prediction 28-21 Dallas. I will say most of the people here have Dallas winning. So, just throwing that out there.
I expect nothing less. I
would hope so. Now, Seabass said, if them E-girls make Birdie fold, you can't convince E-girls defense better than Dallas. I think that it is close. In some areas, I think maybe they beat us a little bit. I think in overall sense, we are definitely better defense.
Oh, yeah. No, so, I think,
like I said,
stopping the run.
They can beat us on one or two little things outside of that.
Stopping the run's a big one. But, yeah, that's the thing. I think
we're improving.
We are, but I think stopping the run is where they are like by far number one than over us. You know what I mean? By the way, we got a new leader in the house when it comes to. Well, no, actually, let me rephrase that. No, the Lunatic's still the leader, but by I think 1 point because Jeremy Bramlett, the Bram man,
Woo.
Much love to him and his family. He said a $15 holler, and I go Cowboys.
Woo.
Much
Thank you,
love.
Jeremy Bramlett. I appreciate you. Much love.
Another OG in the house, guys. I mean, Jeremy Bramlett's been here since day one, pretty much, or maybe year one, but somewhere in that first year. Much love to you, Jeremy. I hope everything is going well with you and yours.
Yes.
And you're chugging along. Much love. I'm going to put him on the board right now. And he is in second place on the overall board here. I mean, on the Cash App overall board behind the Lunatic, who, of course, by the way, has that fantastic raffle. Get into it now if you can, if you want. Here's your chance, guys. You see at the bottom right. If you hit exclamation point raffle, you will see it pop up there. But it's a double jersey raffle. Your choices of whatever's available. We got about 20, 30, 40 different names available, new and old, different styles.
Yeah, so no matter what,
sizes,
we definitely
you know
know you'll be repping the Cowboys
there'll be
the right
two.
way and in a way with a player and a style that you like and enjoy.
And there'll be 2 jerseys available for 2 winners. We have separate winners. You have to be 2 separate winners. Much love to the Lunatic for making this happen. And I think the numbers have just changed on the board. So let me get back to you on that maybe in a minute. But much love to the Lunatic for making this happen. And like for example, Jeremy Bramlett dropped it to the Cash App 15. He's got the entry right there, guys. And if he's in the membership, he gets a bonus entry raffle as well. So you can keep that's the way you can maximize your chances to win one of these 2 fantastic quality Cowboys Mosh jerseys. Much love again to the Lunatic for making this happen. So let me update the board and update one more thing.
Of course. So let me see. El Cole said this game feels like 2014, like the 2014 butt whooping the Cowboys put on Seattle. Yeah,
remember how we came? That was a great game. That was a great kind of coming out for that team, and we got the catch killed us that year. But yeah, that kind of if we can get over that hump, right, that'd be big for us. We got to get over that, in my opinion.
I know. Now Justin D saying I want to see Cooks and Turpin on go routes.
I'm down with that. The Cowboys, in the Texas Coast offense and the West Coast offense, you got to kind of use the stretching the field factor, So we'll see what happens if the Cowboys do that or not. I think that would be beneficial to our Cowboys when it comes to getting the most out of those guys like Cooks and like Turpin, right? They give us that speed and that stretching the field ability.
So, kind of rolling back a little bit more here. Let me see. And yeah, Stealthy, I'm not sure if I read that comment, but wouldn't it be sweet to see D-Law or Micah give the 49ers Trent Williams a hard time all game?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's going to be Micah a lot of times on him, but Micah will be moved around. Dorrance Armstrong, of course, probably some DeMarcus Lawrence as well, but DeMarcus is going to be working on a lot on, I think, their right tackle. But Micah will go in there as well at times, I think, over the center. And in the A-gap area, I think Micah can line up in there and give them some issues. So, yeah, I mean, that's going to be pertinent. I think is moving Micah around and making it harder for them to kind of say, okay, we're gonna run at Micah Parsons, but Micah's now on the left side. We were supposed to run right where we thought he was going to be the whole game. So that's where we have to do that, and I think Dan Quinn will do that. Ooh, we got another dollar holler here from Mr. Jason Renfro, yo.
Ooh.
Much love.
Thank you, Jason, coming through with the classic. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. And again, appreciate you, Jason. We got to find out if we can hit the like on those. I know they told us that we're going to be able to do that soon. Let's see. Can I do it? I don't think I can do it yet. No, I can't do the likes yet. But hey, appreciate you, Jason. One day when YouTube gets that going, we'll be able to do that here for you guys as well. A little added bonus there. But let me shout him out. And also let me shout out the current leader on the Cash App board, baby. It is Jeremy Bramlett. Why? He dropped another 5 on it. Ooh. Much love to Jeremy Bramlett. Dropping the 5 and another Go Cowboys. That puts him at the top of the Cash App board, baby. Just a couple over Mr. DeLunatic. So much love, Jeremy Bramlett, the man, Bram man in the house. Go Cowboys. And hey, this is a big one. This could be one of those getting over the hump type games that maybe can propel us for this year, maybe another year. We'll see. We shall see. Jeremy Bramlett, big shout outs to the man, the Bram man in the house. So I'll update the board here. I got to put Jeremy on this board here.
Of course.
The overall Give me a couple other comments in there, baby, as we get ready to dropping out of here for the night. Unless you guys got a couple last comments, thoughts.
Yeah, no, let's see.
Some love, whatever. We'll chill and hang a little longer, and then we got to shoot out. And tomorrow is a special, so stay tuned for that. We're going to have a little celebratory, a pregame. How about some pregame love, huh? We're going to pregame tomorrow, but we're going to start before everybody else. We're going to start tomorrow night pregaming for the Niner game. So you don't want to miss tomorrow's one-time only live stream.
Oh, so... Let me see here. Getting Money said, after we beat the 49ers, can we trade for Debo?
Can we trade for who?
Debo?
Samuel Debo. Yeah, we don't want to do that. He's going to run his course, I think, longer than... he's going to be out there, guys, playing a little running back, getting beat up every game. He's already banged up this year. He might not get a full plate this week. Yeah, we don't have to get Debo Samuel. There's no need to get him. If we really want to get someone like him, we could stay with Tony Pollard. I don't know.
True. So, let me see. Retro Scotty, take it easy. Have a great night. And guys, remember, don't forget, on your way in or out, hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Follow us on all social media at MyCowboysFamily. And hop in the Discord. Link for that's in the description box down below.
Yeah, much love to everybody. Appreciate everybody here with us. I'm still up in the board, so hit up another couple comments, and we'll wrap this thing up.
So, let me see here. What's up, 1295 Top Shotta? Shout out to you. I think you're a new face around these parts, at least.
Much love. Welcome to the family.
So let me see. El Cool said it's amazing to see Osa reaching his potential in year 3.
Yeah, I mean, this is usually, we said this many, many times, year 3 is the year to see these guys kind of really break out from that defensive tackle spot. And that's when you usually see it. Year 3 is you see what really they're bringing to the table. And he has been consistent. He's been getting better every year. Kind of reminds me of, on the other side, Biotish for us. Tyler Biotish kind of needed some time and kind of build up. And, he was a 4th-round pick, but he built up. And now I think he's up to, more than above average center. And you look at Osa, I think he's above average defensive tackle in the NFL. Depends on what you're looking at, even better when it comes to pass rush. So, hell yeah. Osa is hitting his stride exactly when you're supposed to hit it when you enter the NFL at defensive tackle. 3rd year is the breakout year.
So, I just kind of rolling back a little bit here. I think we kind of touched on most of the major relevant comments. I'm trying to double check here. Yeah, we touched on all the main general comments here in the chat. I want to take a second here because the brand man just said, "Hold up, wait a minute," with the $5 holler there.
Much love to Jeremy Bramlett here in the chat. Yep.
He said,
what did the man say? The brand man in the house.
I think that Dallas has an advantage with running outside, which the 49ers' main thing that they like to do.
As far as...
So basically the 49... basically the 49... Again, that's how he said it, but just saying that, the 49ers' favorite thing to do, I'm guessing, is...
run to the outside.
Yeah.
So again, and we talked about this. There it is. The official 5 on it. The $5 holler by the brand man. Appreciate you again, Jeremy. And Go Cowboys. But, we talked about this the other day. Where the Cowboys should, on the offensive side, we should run to our right side. That's their weakest spot, the left side at stopping the run. But on our side of things, we do pretty, I think that the Cowboys, they have to be careful running, stopping the run going left with these guys. To the outside, to Trent Williams' spot. That's the key. So they're going to run I believe they're going to run at Micah Parsons as often as they can. That's the way you can slow down someone like Micah in the pass rush and even the run stop. But Micah has become a pretty damn good run stopper. Getting better. He's still not the best he can be. He's not like DeMarcus Lawrence, but he's getting better. So he's going to have to get better at setting that edge. I think you may see. Here's my thoughts, guys. Tell me what you think. But I think you'll see some of Micah Parsons out of the game. If they want to slow down Micah and beat him up with blockers and again double team, triple team in a run game situation and trying to stop the run, what if we just took him out? That's what I would do. Take him out so he's healthier, ready to go when there's a pass rushing down. And when when you're seeing a 1st and 10, you bring in Dorrance Armstrong. You bring in there the edge guy. Of course you have DeMarcus Lawrence. Those are the guys you focus on to set that edge and set, what I'm saying. And you leave not because Micah can't do it. But I think you leave Micah, maybe on some definite rundowns. Now if it's a short yardage thing, no. you put Micah in there, he's a dynamic player. But if it's like a 1st and 10 general, kind of they're going to just run, counter Trey, they're going to just run up the middle, they're going to run up to the outside, Micah maybe comes out for those plays. He loses maybe 5 or 6 plays, 6, 7 plays in a game. But he's more rested for the other plays, right? And you kind of take away the Niners' strategy of trying to run at Micah Parsons to kind of wear him down and to kind of test him on the run side. So, hey, you just put the better run edge setter in Dorrance Armstrong, and I think that would be a victory for us. It's kind of nullify what they're going to try to do. And at the same time, help Micah Parsons be better throughout the game.
Let me see here. Black and Blue TV said, "What's up, y'all?" Yes, appreciate you. Shout out to you. Justin D saying, "I'm as well. Drive safe." Yes, guys, make sure to stay safe out there on the road.
Yes.
So now I did want to read this comment here. 1295 Top Shot said, Die Hard Cowboy. I'm a road warrior, so getting ready to load up, head to Savannah, Georgia. Stay safe out there on the road, man. Charles Haley's your godfather? Oh, dang. That is awesome. Football runs through your veins.
Man, that is awesome. Charles Haley is, I remember him. Fantastic. One of the best, right? I see Stubby in the house. Stubby 1085. Much love to him. He said Brock Purdy is about to pop like Brock Ugly. Hey, nah. I hear you, man. Listen, Brock Purdy is a guy that hasn't seen a defense like us since, let's say, the Eagles that knocked him out of the game. Like, we need to get to him the way the Eagles got to him, and we can present problems. And I think that's going to be the key. Now, the Eagles could stop the run a lot more consistently than we did. So that's where that comes into play. That's where we have to stop McCaffrey. There's no Elijah Mitchell this time, so we got to be able to stop the run. McCaffrey, run, catch, whatever. Pass. He throws the ball too. Got to stop him across the board. We slow him down and stop him. It makes Brock Purdy a lot less efficient. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, much love there to the man Stubby. Defense going to harass Brock like he stole something. Again, they're going to try to get the ball out fast. Man coverage, he does well in man coverage. We play a lot of man coverage. Again, we're like the second most usage of man coverage in the last 2 seasons. So Purdy does well against that, but if we give him a chance to hesitate, he will make mistakes. He's put the ball out there. It could have been picked a couple times already this year. So, yeah, it's there.
So, with that said, Asmodeus throwing out there, by the way, it's not going to be business as usual with these jabronis. We're out for blood.
It's got to be. Time. And this is just the first blood, right? Like you're like Rambo. First blood. We got to get, it's really at the playoffs. That's the bigger matchup there. So.
Let me see here. Jason Renfro. And Jeremy Bramlett, yes, they did trade for
the Niners
Gregory.
Did. Niners traded the Broncos. They traded their 7th round, sixth round pick for Gregory and a 7th round pick from the Broncos. So yeah, they do have, but he's not playing, Jeremy. Don't worry, he's not playing this game. 100% held out as that's what the Niners said. They're holding him out for this game. So no matter what, he will not be playing in this epic battle. I would say it's the best game of the year. I think I would wager to say. Let's do the shout-outs, baby, and wrap it up here. Unless you guys drop some love from above or drop a comment we catch here as we're getting out. Hit up the comments, too, if you see a one stand out, baby. And we're going to roll out of here. Again, much love to everybody who's dropped the love from above tonight. Like Amazing Games in the membership as part of the Navy Blue crew. Skeptical Fan, Jason Renfro, Calvin Richard, Mark Hovsepian, and the Brand Man, Jeremy Bramlett. Much love to you guys. And again, as we say it here, with a double jersey raffle, a lot of these people I just shouted out are in the raffle. Chance to win 1 out of the 2 available jerseys we're going to raffle off. There's going to be 2 lucky winners. Mm-hmm. The Lunatic, we bow down to him. He's the man. Much love for presenting this to the channel. And yeah, as again, tomorrow's your last chance to get in. It's a one-time only viewing. So you got to be there or be square, guys. Tomorrow, make sure you join us for a fun pregame to this big Niner battle. Tomorrow right here. Cameras on. Here on MCF, My Cowboys Family. So join us for that. It should be a lot of fun. And that will be your last chance to officially enter this raffle. If you're in the membership and you hit the $10 mark and you're in the membership already, you get a bonus raffle, by the way. Just want to throw that in there. Much love to Lunatic. Also, big shout outs to the sponsor of the week, the man, Mark Hovsepian, all the way from Hawaii, representing that star of everything. All-time record holder, by the way, 15 weeks in a row. Right now he's on a 1-week streak for Mr. Mark Hovsepian, who's got 57 points on the Stream Boss as well. And then, of course, when we roll over to the Cash App side of things, the king of the Cash App for 8 straight weeks, Snug X, you know why he's here. Woo. Much love to him. He is trying to go for that 9 on it, but the leader in the Cash App is the Bram Man currently, baby. So Jeremy Bramlett out of nowhere, boom, takes the lead in the Cash App by I think 4 or 5. And he's coming for that crown. Snug X right now getting down with first place. Much love to the gifting champion, Jason Renfro. Dropped 6 on it this past week. This week, though, we already got 6 on it right now by Skeptical Fan, who gifted a membership. Jason Renfro also did that today, trying to get up on that battle. So appreciate you guys on that side of things. And, of course, the overall board right now, the man staying skeptical is currently still first place, even though there's a lot of people right there behind him, right next to him, all around him, trying to get that jump on him as we got 2 nights left this week. Tomorrow's pregame and then the game on Sunday Night Football. Can't wait for this. Baby, hit those shout-outs. The last kind of round of shout-outs before we wrap it up here on My Cowboys Family.
We have Jeremy Bramlett, the Bram Man, coming through with another $5 holler. You know what he had to say?
Oh, I didn't see it. Come up.
It's coming. Okay. It's coming. Give it a chance here. But Jeremy Bramlett said, I like the fact that no one gives us a chance.
I love it. I love the underdog factor, don't you? I love that.
Yeah, we always tend to be a little more scrappy when we are the actual underdogs.
Yeah, much love that when it comes up. Jeremy Bramlett, the Bram Man again, moving up this board slowly but surely. Appreciate you, Bramlett, the Bram Man. Woo, dropping that 5 on it like it's fire.
Ooh, he's not the only one dropping it. We got Marco Seppian with the $5 holler and Asmodeus it's Stubby. 1085.
Ooh, Stubby in the house too.
With a $20 Pollard.
A $20 Tony. Oh, there it is. A $20 Tony Pollard holla. We had a Jeremy Bram Man 5 on it, a Marco Seppian 5 on it, and then a Tony Pollard $20 holla by Stubby. Oh, back to back to back. Baby, what did they all say? Let me know.
Jeremy Williams said, I like the fact that no one gives us a chance. And then Marco Seppian said, I'm just trying to read them all because they all kind of came back to back. But Marco Seppian said, what's scary is it looks like San Francisco has a decent QB and will be cheap for a few more years. They can add more players, and most of their guys are under contract.
What do you think about that?
I mean, that to me is probably the most fair point you can make as far as like the future of the 49ers, just because, but the good thing is we know it. They do have to pay him eventually. And they need to capitalize on these cheap years, otherwise it's a waste.
Agreed. And that's the only way to go. You got to try your best, put all your resources into something, and the Cowboys did it with this current team we have. Defense built it up this time around, right? It's a defensive, is the face of this team this year.
Oh yeah,
built up for that. Much love, Mark, on that one. The 5 on it, and then Stubby with the $20 Tony Pollard holler. What did the man say?
Go Cowboys!
Ah, Cowboys!
Always
hell
go
yeah!
Cowboys.
I see him here also. We know what it is, Brock, about to be buried. Like yesterday's dreams. Stubby with the line of the night right there, man. Appreciate you. Hey, that's the drop of the night as well. Man, that's a double dose right there. Marco Seppian down to 52 points. I think he boxed his own drop out there. So good job by Mark there doing that. He stopped a $20 hit there, knocking him down 20 points. But either way, appreciate you all rocking and rolling here with us and My Cowboys Family for another one here on MCF. And I guess, I don't know if we did all the shout-outs, but hit them up, baby.
I started to.
Actually, you started with the drops. Yeah, so much love.
So, Stephen White, much love. Stubby 1085, of course, Marco Seppian, Jason Renfro, the Brand Man, Jeremy Bramlett.
Everybody just mentioned, Jason Renfro, Stubby, Marco Seppian, they all got entries in this raffle.
That's right.
Woo, much love.
Cactus G in the place to be. Stephen White, much love. See, Black and Blue TV, Stubby 1085, Trent M.
Tram in the house.
Oh, just trying to check here. 1295 Top Shotter. Snug X, Retro Scotty, Jason Renfro. Yeah, that's as far back as I can go, at least on my side. So let me come back down. We got the man Da Lunatic in the house here as well. Shout out to you, Da Lunatic.
You know what he's bringing. You gotta keep. We already talked about it, but I'll put it up anyway so everyone can see it. Much love to Lunatic in the house. I see Stubby saying, "Love you guys. Thanks for being great. See you on Sunday, man. See you on Sunday. Can't wait for this game. We are excited. Every time I get going with it, we're tired at night, and then we get talking about the Cowboys, and we get riled up again. Oh, I can't wait. The Lunatic, much love to him. Repping it all across the board. I think he's behind a little bit on Jeremy Bramlett right now on the Cash App side, but he's in first place when it comes to the big raffle we got going on this week. Oh, yeah. Sunday night, halftime, be here. and enjoy this. There'll be 2 lucky winners. You know it. Sewn and stitched. I can't wait. I can't wait to see who the 2 winners are, baby.
Ooh. So, chalk up Montana to wait. Take it easy as well. Have a good night.
Montana in the house.
Let me see.
Justin
D.
D.
Yeah, the Lunatic,
Stephen
Top
White.
Shada.
Yes.
All of you guys.
The Lunatic, appreciate you.
Huge shout out. Everybody here taking the time to come chill, hang with us here on this familiest of
Tomorrow,
Fridays.
it's going to be a one-time viewing live stream.
That's right.
A little pregame party here with the MCF household.
Yes, a little pre-gaming with football. On the football side of things, we do
We'll
still have Cowboy stuff to always touch on.
Probably have some music in the background. You know, the one-time viewing, guys. We'll have some drinks and some fun. So join us for that tomorrow right here live on My Cowboys Family. It will go down right after the stream ends. So always keep that in mind. If you want to see that one live, you got to be here or you miss it. So appreciate you guys on that. And again, then we have game day. I cannot wait. Right around the corner, baby. So why do we hang here? We chill here and talk about our Dallas Cowboys here on the nightly, baby. Why do we do what we do?
It's that navy blue. That silver, too. And Jeremy Bramlett came through with that $5 holler star over everything.
5 on it.
You know what he said?
What did the brand man say?
Love it. But don't forget, we got Lance giving us information.
That's right. Yep. Much love for Jeremy. We did discuss that. Trey Lance, he's been providing intel about our team. You know, people say, well, they got Anthony Brown. They got Randy Gregory. Who cares? It's not like having the quarterback. When you got the quarterback, you got the offensive mindset. But again, I said this the other night too. Would they have given, they know we're going to be a team competing with them this year. Would they give us a guy who can give us all their secrets? They must have thought that he either's not getting the information relayed in his head or they're going to switch it up some than he's been learning. So who knows? Maybe this is their ultimate plan in the end. Here, take Trey Lance. And, he don't know what we gave him the wrong info. Who knows? I'm just saying, I do think that the Cowboys will be helped by some of the information Trey Lance has gotten to them and relayed to them. And that's helpful for our Dallas Cowboys. So, I'm sorry. Yep.
We were...
yeah, you were saying the good night here, right?
Yeah, we did that.
The navy blue silver, too. And that star over everything. Here on My Cowboys Family, win, lose, or draw, good, bad, or ugly, we always represent that star over everything. And here... 6 years and beyond already, Jeremy Bramlett. Can you believe that, Mark? You guys, everybody, Jason, everybody, Montana, you guys know. It's been a while. 6+ years on YouTube, 7 seasons doing this thing in the live, the live stream, live game day reactions, guys. Here on My Cowboys Family, never forget the number one thing here, now, and forever. As always, go Cowboys. Let's get that 6 and beyond.
Woo.
Thank you for dropping your knowledge, guys, in the chat all night long. Love the back and forth. We can't do this without you guys there, so appreciate your guys' input on our Dallas Cowboys. And, of course, truly humbled by the best fans of all YouTube with your drops of love from above. As always, guys, love your insight. Appreciate your support. And go Cowboys! Now, here it is time to clock out officially. Drop out for this Fan Friday and relock and reload for tomorrow's one-time only live stream, a little party pregame style with MCF and MCW. So join us for that. Lights, cameras, actions tomorrow all the way through Sunday on this big kickoff in this big game against the Niners. But baby, as we drop out of here for the night tonight, before we can drop out officially, what do we got to do?
We got to drop the beat.
Oh, yeah. That beat's been dropped, guys. This is a wrap here on My Cowboys Family. Hell yeah. Guys,
crazy to think about that, Jeremy Bramlett. I remember when he was born.
That's right, wasn't it?
He's 4 now.
Ooh, my goodness, that was our second year. We're only 2 years older than Bram Man's son. So little Lee Bramlett, go Cowboys! Hell yeah! It is great to see you guys. Whether you've been here, here and there throughout the years, we know you family members always. Here, part of the family, part of the My Cowboys family, and always representing that star for everything. Woo! Appreciate all you guys here. Truly do. Another Fan Friday, Cowboys chat. It's a wrap. We talked about their offense. See McKivitz, number 68? Oh, yeah. Attack by Micah. And the rest of our defense is coming. McCaffrey got to get stopped. Purdy got to get nervous. Purdy got to get dirty. Let's go. Tyron Smith, the win. Dak loving that. And you see our front office, McCarthy. We're smiles. We're not overconfident. Cowboys, we're ready. I'm ready. You ready? Let's get this, guys. Here in MCF, it's always about that navy blue, that silver too, that star over everything. Never forget the number one thing right here in this channel, right here on My Cowboys Family. Much love to everyone, even them haters, those Niner haters in the background, Eagle haters, who cares? You know what we do here, guys. We rep that navy blue, silver, and star over everything. Much love to everybody in the chat. Hitting that like, hitting subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Follow us on Twitter and on, guys. Can't do this without your love and support. Have a great, safe night. Kick off to your weekend. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the one-time viewing. Much love. Peace out. And never, ever forget. Go Cowboys!